Welcome to Fast Effect, double speed magic from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. I am ELD, and we've got Adam Two-Time Brennan on Eureka versus Bera on Fun Police, a deck that he has piloted to recent success at the ELD Legacy Open, opening up with a trademark turn 1 prison play of Chalice at 1. Fun Police looking to play a Chalice at 1 or a Blood Moon effect on turn 1, significantly hampering the opponent's ability to play magic. And here we have a Goblin Rabblemaster. Magus of the Moon was an option, however, Adam has double Lotus Petal along with his Flooded Strand, so it would have been very difficult to cut him off of mana here. And we've got a Eureka. Adam putting in Omniscience. What does Bera put in? They can take turns back and forth. Eureka, the reason to go green here. Another Omniscience. And a Magus of the Moon. So with double Omniscience in play, he's going to hard cast. He's going to cast Emrakul here to trigger, take an extra turn, send. That does look an awful lot like scooping. There it is. Annihilator does often look like scooping, but that is exactly what happened there. 6 permanents, and Bera's hopes crushed in game number 1 off of a turn 2 Eureka. And that really is one of the main selling points of this list. Eureka has Veil of Summer along with Eureka, and it bypasses sneak attack and, of course, sideboard options. You lose out on effects like Blood Moon, which would not be helpful in this matchup. Bera looking through, taking a look at that Stoneforge package, thinking it's going to be too slow. And perhaps taking a Blood Moon as well. This is a fistful of cards. We'll see. I'm sure he's got some spicy cards in the sideboard. Sword of Fire and Ice. Actually a card that he may want. The extra cards could be very welcome. Getting extra card advantage could allow for more prison pieces, make it more difficult for Adam to actually find a way to win. We'll see what other prison elements are in this sideboard. Oh, Humility. Looks like some Thalias. Just like that, 13 into the sideboard, from the sideboard. Look like they're going to get shuffled in. We didn't get a look at all of them. Looked like everything but Rest in Peace made the cut. A lot of permanents can be problems for Eureka, but it's rare for a permanent to be a problem for all of the different lines. A card like Thalia doesn't really stop Emrakul being cast off of Omniscience. Does make it very difficult to Cunning Wish for more stuff and just continue plowing forward. Bera with the play. Had a turn 1 Chalice at 1 last time. It did strand a Ponder in Adam's hand, but he did not need any help from cantrips. He was just ready to go on turn 2, and it looks like keeping on 7, a dangerous look here. Misty Rainforest being sacrificed. Into a Ponder. Bearer has an Emrakul of his own in hand, typically for use with Nahiri. That is a potent card to put in off of your opponent's show and tell. Lotus Petal adds to Adam's mana base. Basic mountain versus basic island. A battle as old as Magic itself. And it looks like a Stoneforge Mystic may be in order here. And if I recall, it's just the Sword of Fire and Ice left in there. Going to be able to put that in next turn and equip the following turn. That could be an eternity in gameplay. Ancient Tomb means Adam's not restricted on mana so far. The only thing he might need is another green for Eureka. Ooh, Thalia. Now that potentially puts some pressure. Adam gonna Force of Will, pitching Rushing River. The Plane Shift card capable of bouncing 2 problem permanents when you kick it by sacrificing a land. Echoing Truth, another bounce spell in the sideboard. Can get rid of any number of permanents as long as they have the same name. Potentially useful versus tokens. Particularly good versus multiple prison pieces like Sphere of Resistance or Blood Moons. Though really, with this Eureka Tell list, you're mostly just casting Show and Tell, so if you can cast your Echoing Truth, you're probably fine, seeing as you have blue mana. This Chalice at 1, and a Sword of Fire and Ice being jammed in main phase. I'm not sure there's too much reason to do it that way. Does mean Red Blast. I mean, I guess the Chalice stops Red Blast. I don't know if there's a particular reason to leave any mana open. Well, Adam just has to play a land and pass. So he's had some cantrips prior to this Chalice coming down. Not going to be good enough. Looks like he's living off the top of the deck. We've got Echoing Truth, bouncing the Sword of Fire and Ice. And that would lead me to believe that he doesn't have cantrips in hand. The other option would have been to take the damage and then bounce that Chalice end of turn. Bouncing Chalice at 1, a devastating response to Chalice at 2, as it actually locks them out from replaying their original Chalice. Though to be fair, I don't know that Chalice at 2 likely to come down versus Eureka Tell. Those familiar with it would know that it doesn't have too much in the way of 2 mana spells. Embercleave being found. Now, Embercleave cannot be equipped to a creature carrying a Sword of Fire and Ice. It is red. And it looks like it may be time for some Fireworks Intuition. And sacking a land in response. Gonna get those 3 Omnisciences Intuition is like a blue demonic tutor in this type of deck, with the slight drawback of potentially losing to Surgical. Omniscience comes in. Emrakul on the other side of the board. Adam gonna Cunning Wish. Grabbing Shared Summons. Grabbing Gristlebrand and Emrakul. Shared Summons some recent tech from Core 2020, replacing Eladmeri's Call. And looks strictly better here in every sense. Often it would just be win more, but here it could make all the difference. Gonna go to his extra turn. He's gonna be able to draw at least 7 cards. Let's see what this Annihilator 6 looks like. I mean, he can be left with a couple of permanents. He cannot take the hit from Emrakul. He has to block it with his own Emrakul. It would be considerably better if he could block the Gristlebrand and keep that Emrakul alive. He could just crack back potentially for the win if Adam doesn't draw anything to go along with this Omniscience, and that Chalice at 1 potentially restraining Adam from finding more goodness with his cantrips. Keeping his mana base, and he has to block with Emrakul trades. The lifelink gonna happen here with Gristlebrand. And he's gonna be able to draw 14 cards after this Emrakul gets shuffled back in. Will he come back? Or will Bera have a chance to strike back here with 8 life? First 7. Second 7. We saw a Force of Will for Adam, which looks very bad. He can cast it for free. Oh, and he had Nahiri along with Embercleave in hand. Nahiri, just a glimmer of hope, but Emrakul robbing that from Bera and his team. Western Massacre in the round of 4 here. So congratulations to Western Massacre on their top 4. The Wizards, Adam Brennan, Pyle Souza, and Matt Orfanello, moving on to the finals. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.